Starting it.
Also, can we delete rectify something?
No. Yeah, well you can get started again. Music's going again. Go ahead, go back.
Okay, let's go. So,
We're talking about Lex Soners.
Soners, yes. Soners in Neverland is why I'm a justice mate, and it's why I'll most likely never get a girlfriend. I used to have a girlfriend, but after she ghosted me during the entirety of COVID, and then when I saw them again, they became trans male, we became friends and all, and then after then they never replied to me ever again. So that's
Dude, they're probably a Guilty Gear player. So a Guilty Gear player since you played Justice, no wonder they didn't answer.
I know.
He has a special place in like hell for Justice. He's
dude, my Justice way too much. He hates my Justice.
Cross out Justice.
Dude, come on, she's not that bad. Just polarizing matchup.
Just misplaced that character again.
Now, okay, let's move from Soners and NRS before I just start complaining for hours at an end. I'll just go KOF. My start. You're getting the anime, not origin. Mamba! Sorry, I was figuring out what apparently we left an old Artform QR code on this computer, fun fact.
Oh, epic.
He would have said the Artform, dude. Awesome.
Which is a great time to remind everyone to sign the Artform. If you're watching this VOD within Term 2 2024, technically you did attend this event, so why not sign the Artform? Be positive now.
Sign up there. Support the event.
We get $2 for every person that signs the Artform.
Imagine that.
Which helps us pay back the incredible loan we took out from Jan to buy all the pizza. Yeah, it was in the triple digits, by the way. It's fine. All of them meets this term more than pay for it. Don't worry too much about it.
Ooh,
that is true, but I want more money. We're this close to buying the Club PS5 that will just coincidentally end up in my room. Just a coincidence, nothing weird about it. I live here. If anything, it's just practicality. Yeah, I live right here. I bring all this stuff. I have a fucking piñata for later there. I brought a I brought a shovel. Yeah. We're gonna break it. It's full of candy. No fire ants.
Just like the one from Fortnite, guys.
Number one.
That actually happened.
I wonder if there's a gold AR in this.
Oh, hell yeah.
Funny enough though, one time I did break a piñata and it was full of like red ants. That goes.
Who the fuck did that?
I have a buddy. No. I have a buddy off thread of red ants, but I'll go way off top.
Okay, that's fine. I tangented into it, so I'll find like a fighting game scenario to fit that in. Oh, I know. Have you guys played Guilty Gear Xrd Rev 2?
Yeah.
You know Jacko? Imagine every single one of those ants was a maximum level minion.
I'm
Yeah, so here I am. I'm at like the valley, which is like deep into the Panama forest jungle. My friend has a really nice house there, and we're gonna celebrate one of my friend's birthday. And one of the adults in charge, they're the adults, they know what you're doing. They left the piñata hanging there with full of candy for like a couple of hours. Because they're like, it's only a small hole at the top, nothing's gonna happen. Ewan! Right into it. Yeah, hit it. Hit it. Look it straight at it. I'm below it, I'm like this.
Oh no, danger. Oh no.
Like full mouth open.
Yeah, full mouth open, waiting for the candy. Now, here comes the worst mix-up of my life. I would never. The candy falls open.
Oh.
Man, what's... Like that, half of the kids get covered in fire ants. Well, not red ants.
You should work for that, man.
I just... No, I actually didn't. I used wild assault to break the piñata.
Yeah. You could have said like command grab or something, and we would have all got that one.
No, you spent that burst. I spent that burst. I wanted the plus frames and wall break. Yeah, well... yeah, just keep it on. Start wrapping up, because like this, has been going on. Yeah, KO. I'll end with KO, my origin story. Well, because I still like, dude, 4 people to go. Yeah, dude, I told you, I had like 3 hours of content. I'm like super slimming down because I had too much. I had to scrap my PowerPoint because it was too much. It was too much.
I make a power for like 5 minutes, man.
Anyways, I'm there. I'm at my grandma's house in the outside of the country, and there's like this laundromat store. You can buy the snacks and whatever. And I see this arcade machine. And I put like 25 cents in. Ooh, what's the king of fighters? I say, like my little shit voice, like, what's that? I'm like, ooh, pretty colors. I put 1 coin in. Live anime, not reaction.
You come funny?
Bro, that AI is merciless.
Yeah.
King of Fighters 98, I was not ready
What
for
was the
it.
team, man?
My team, oh man, I play Iori,
yeah?
Shermie, Terry.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. And well, I didn't think much of it. I just thought, it's an arcade game. I'll play it from time to time. It seems cool. I don't know what the fuck a power geyser is. I don't know what these hieroglyphs the game is saying between games. I don't know how to read. I'm like 4 years old or something. And I'll go on with my life. I'll play Club Penguin. I'll fight Sensei Wu even though I'm like a yellow belt and he's reading all my inputs, that fucking bitch.
Kajitsu, that guy.
Yeah, dude, the motherfucker reads your inputs. If your belt is too low, he just reads your inputs.
Oh, damn, that's
That's literally how you always lose.
Did you play with cards in like real life to get like the codes and shit?
No, I was a kid. I couldn't even get my mom's credit card.
Oh, that sucks for you.
Do you not have membership?
Yeah.
That's an L.
Oh,
Don't Club Penguin poor shame me, please.
run it back.
No. Please. I own every fighting game known to man now. Please, I'm hip.
Oh, maybe Gundam.
It's always tough convincing my mom to let me have membership just during those events.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just during the event.
Anyways, I go on. I'm in like 4th grade now. I go by, like, in Panama, we have something that's called Farmacia Jarocha. It's just like a big ass pharmacy, but it's also like a department store. And there's like this bin of old PlayStation games, PS3. Ooh, Street Fighter. My dad played fighting games. Maybe he'll like this. At this point, my parents were already divorced, so it didn't really matter. But I don't see him that much anymore. Anyways, I buy the game, and I select Ken.
Okay.
That's-
Okay.
Yeah, it's my boy. I think this guy looks cool. He's like fighting with Ryu, and everyone knows Ryu's like the guy, right? Like, oh shit, I know Ryu. He's like that cool guy I saw once in like AMV.
AMV?
It's an anime music
video.
I know what that is.
Uncultured.
I know what it is, but it's like what
You play Guilty Gear 2 Overture.
I know what an AMV is, man.
Wait, I am a mod! Anyone wants to be in the chair for my like last 2 minutes of yapping?
That's 2 minutes.
I'll wrap it up. Anyways, so FGSoc, Ultra Street Fighter 4. It's a hard game. It's not the fighting game you give to a child that doesn't know how to do a Hadouken. That, for the time, was like the game where you go online. There's open mic in Street Fighter 4, so you can hear other people. That's the game where people will scream slurs at you. It's that sort of game. Yeah, unironically. And I'm there. And I'm doing the combo challenges. I don't know what the fuck a plinking is. I don't know why I need a piano. Do I plug it in my PlayStation? How does that work? What the fuck is a set input? I'm doing this with my joystick over and over. And I do a Hadouken once, and I'm like, ah. And then I just walk, and I want to do a Hadouken, and accidentally just while walking Hadouken, Hadouken! I want to do that. I go online. Street Fighter 4, PlayStation 3 controller, set input motion, YouTube, camera. I had to watch videos of other people play, and I would pause on like the shitty 140p footage. When I saw a DP on screen, I would go to the live camera and see how they move their arms. It did not work. It did not work, let me tell you. It took me a while to realize, like my intuition, is just walking and then fireball. That also works at DP. I've done that shortcut for most of my life. To this day, I don't do down forward when I DP. To this day, I still miss it sometimes. Yeah. one of my worst weaknesses actually, because I'll miss DP a lot on one side of the screen. That's like the anti-anime not tech. I will miss DPs on one side. I will not tell you which one.
We all know which one.
I think we know. Shit. Now you know. Now I have to like relearn my ways, man. I'm like 20-something years old. I don't got time for that.
Doing the law.
Ah! I'm gonna be complaining about frame data if I keep doing that now. I'm gonna be like complaining about how the old games were better soon.
Are we not already doing that? Wasn't that part of this yap? Anyway, whatever.
Oh no. Dude, MKX came out like, holy shit, like 8-9 years ago. That's an old game now.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Anyway,
I like how it's semester and this minutes ago we've gone on a new tangent.
yeah.
Shit.
Okay.
Okay, I'll just say play fighting games. I love them. They're the soul of my life, and it's literally how I bond with my father-in-law. Thank you.
Yeah.
Because he is a KOF player.
It is Alex Cash's turn.
And my wife hates Angel's voice.
Alex number 3.
Take. My wife? You really hate Angel. She hates her voice.
Okay.
Come on.
We're getting slots?
Yeah, slides, game. We just put a game. It's game. Halfway.
Señor, like Spanish.
Okay. Where do you guys plan to be sitting? Where should I be putting the camera?
Let's just like, it's fine. Like us two? Yeah, it's gone. Let's stand up here. Yeah, let's go. Do I need a seat? Do I need a seat? Should I sit down with you, man? Or are we standing up together? Game. Yes. If you know who I am and what I'm all about, this shouldn't be much of a surprise. But
everyone was expecting it.
yeah, everyone. You know who we are. Ever since York Street Battles, we came in with a goal in mind. Show this goofy ass game to as many people as we can. We first entered the local scene being spoilers. Spoilers.
Genre, yes.
Hold on. This is a lore. This is an insane lore. So, Guilty Gear Overture, kind of based. So, let's give you just some lore how we got into this situation to begin with. So, it was like December. 12th of December, let's say that. Our good friend Kotora, shout out that guy who does like Persona stuff for us, we need him, came to us one day and said, hey, Guilty Gear 2 Overture is like $3 on Steam. We should all get it and play it for a single day, because, you know, and you should too later. But so we all got it,
I do have Guilty.
playing this shit-ass game, and then after like a day, we kind of realized that it's actually kind of fun.
kinda nasty,
It's kind of nasty. And now, like, how many hours do you have now on, like,
Like 52.
yeah, it's like 52 hours on Overture. This guy actually loves this game. Like what the hell? So firstly, the slide. Let's go. Firstly, like, what genre is Guilty Gear 2 Overture? Yes. Yes. What is a Guilty Gear 2 Overture? Look at this. So firstly, counter-action game. Firstly, 3D counter-action game. Like, hey, you have like what? It's like
Combos.
combos,
Launchers.
launchers and shit, air combos. There's even air dashing. So yeah. Yes, there's an actual dust loop.
We'll get to that.
We'll get to that soon. Yes, we have a dust loop. So it's also a MOBA, sadly. So. But trust me,
League of Legends isn't there.
I wouldn't even call it a MOBA, I'd call it an RTS.
But now, click next. Click next. It's also a Muso game, if you really think about it.
It is.
It is. It's a Muso
I
game.
didn't think about it.
It just is.
It is. So basically, if you like any genre at all, Overture should have something for you at least. Like, there's better be at least something here. You know, fun for the whole family. Now, returning characters. So this was the sequel to Guilty Gear. You know, it's Guilty Gear 2. Our returning character, you went way too fast on that one.
Yeah.
So we have first, one of two, click. We have, wait, why is it not doing? Yep, no, press it again. 2 whole returning characters out of this. Reason why, because Atlas had the rights to, still at the time had the rights to Guilty Gear, and they only gave them these 2 characters. Slide 1, please. Click. We have a high key skate. And then we have this guy. Next slide. This guy's fuck that guy.
Let's put this shit up.
Fuck this shit. Anyways,
Who doesn't love football?
oh yes, so basically, this is a bit too early. Anyways, Dust Sleep. Hit him.
Bad guy. This fucking guy, he does so much fucking damage.
Yeah, that guy was at full health, by the way. And if you go back, that combo started off with a full frame jab.
Huh?
Yeah.
It's good.
Look, he fucked up a combo, and yep, the jab, and yep, he's dead. GG, shake my hand, man. Oh, the health bar was like above his head. You didn't see. Don't worry about it. Back to the slide, please. But anyways, so what does Soul Bad Guy have? Back, please. Back,
He's
please.
got so many fucking things.
So
firstly, he has what? He's got frame one reversal. Only 2 characters have that. Soul card, you know him. Secondly, he's got that fucking Crimson Jacket. Why am I complaining about Crimson Jacket all the time? It does. Firstly, 3-frame startup, bullshit. Gives you
1 button DP, by the way.
1 button DP.
Starts.
8 seconds of super armor. He can walk through projectiles. He can walk through combos. He can walk through fucking bursts.
Yes, the game has burst. The game has burst.
Burst? This is John's perfect game.
Yes.
I just like fuck to birds.
Yes, it beats burst.
You are the way you actually on the front.
Come up the stage.
Burst!
Yeah, fuck this guy. Anyways,
I love this guy.
so he also has Dragon. So fun fact, Dragon was actually like top tier in this game for once.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Dragonstone
You're
gives him.
telling it to me now.
Yes,
Dragonstone doubles his damage. Did you just see that combo?
that was not Dragon Storm damage.
Doubles that damage! Yes! Yeah, can we get to his weaknesses?
Weaknesses, please.
Yeah.
So,
Alright, so.
Press the button.
well, however,
Slide!
That's all his weaknesses, alright.
anyways, this game's kind of cool, bro. This game's kind of nasty. This game's kind of sick.
You can play it! Now!
No way.
That corner!
Oh yeah. Also,
Cringe ass combos y'all wanna see?
wait. Which combos is? One of them is a would it kill clip.
The
That looks like the harp! It's the harp!
Oh, hold on. I need to pause
This is us on Netflix! What the fuck is this shit?
Okay, there. So this hits, guys. So as we see, health bar go down there. So all I'm gonna ask you is, will this kill?
We can't see that.
Of course it's killing. What do you mean? It's good to get to.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so
No. Pull it up. You need to see the health bar. Bring that up. You need to see the health bar. The health bar's there. Anyways, hit play. Oh, okay.
Okay, fine. We just won't full screen it.
Yeah.
Look, one move, baby.
Was that Tyrant Barrel?
What's wrong with your health bar,
Big
man?
driver. That's big driver. No, actually, that was just one special. One special move and bro fucking dead. Anyways, next clip, please. Next clip.
The next clip sucks.
Okay, next clip sucks. Anyways, Big Brave, this game has oh, hold on, we have a question.
Was that a just frame?
No.
No.
He pressed it.
Literally, what I did, I held forward and I pressed the special button. Killed him instantly. GG. Anyways, this game has strategy, by the way. Like, fun fact, if you go onto like the fucking YouTube guides and there's like chess openings for this game on every map. There's like fucking like openings and defenses
Fun
and shit.
fact, Catherine also has openings. Just so that you all know.
Okay, yeah, okay. That's anyways, fucking you're sporting. Let's just bring it to the next slide now. Yeah. Anyways, Kai's also a lot in this game as well. Like, don't let this guy play him. Kai is actually fucking.
He's so bad, he's the best character in the game.
Second, well, tied best character with Dr. Paradigm. Shut the fuck up. No, come on, man. Okay. Anyways, play now. Reasons to play. It's like $3 if you like go to like key websites. So like even $1 if you can. There's Dust Loop. Like literally there, like he runs for Dust Loop by himself. This guy's a legend.
That's a real page on Dutski 2 of your Dust Loop.
That's a real page on the Dust Loop.
Under brownie summons.
Yes.
You can pull it up.
You can pull it up right now. And it's Dust's vision. Like he called it 2. He called it a sequel, man. Like it has to be his vision. Anyways, we're in the back like always. So come say hi. If you want to see us on the Discord, go to the OCE Fighting Game Discord. The channel is the basic ass 3D arena fighters because no one else uses that channel but us. If you look at it, it's like 3 months of Overture, then like one post about that Gundam game. That's it. Anyways, thank you for coming. Let's go. That's Overture.
Wait, is Raven in the game? Or
Yes. This was his debut appearance.
I know, but is he playable?
Yes.
Is he good?
Yes, dude. He has unblockable setups.
He's a mix-up crazy.
He's a mix-up character. He has teleports and shit. Play
I
him.
know who I'm playing then.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, everybody. If we roll me, I'm just gonna take myself off and we'll leave mine for last because it requires console setup.
Yeah, alright. Fair enough.
So we've got Philip and Ian. Of those two, is Philip actually here now? I don't think so. So Ian? Yeah, we are done with the wheel, everyone. That means that we are almost to the end of the yap. But don't dismay, because my final yap is going to be the best yap of them all. So, I believe we should be showing this PowerPoint. So everyone just look away while I open it up so you don't get spoiled.
I'm not looking.
Looking down.
So Blaze Blue, that's kind of nice. I like Blaze Blue.
You just play Blaze?
Oh my god, I didn't know.
Who's Blaze Blue?
Can we look up now?
Don't look
Hey,
up.
hold the game.
Who doesn't love Blaze?
Yeah, give me 1 second.
Oh, Blaze Blue! Yeah, Blaze Blue.
That's the real fucking
Shit.
Yeah.
Battle
Okay.
Royale, what?
Yeah, I've never heard of the hit game Blaze Blue.
Yeah, what the fuck's a Blaze Blue? I've never played that game.
Okay.
Super melee,
Yeah, no,
What is this one?
Battle
this is
Royale.
Blaze Blue.
Is the mic?
Huh?
There you go.
Is this working? So, yes.
Give it up for Blaze, everyone! To be fair, dynamic programming solves every problem. If you are in a loveless marriage, dynamic programming. Need to evade your taxes? Dynamic programming. In fact, just fucking use dynamic programming for everything. Pretty good. As we all know, the main idea of dynamic programming is to solve large problems by recursively building from carefully chosen subproblems of smaller size. Now, I can tell that the rest of an actual lecture PowerPoint is in here. But unfortunately, I'm not going to keep going because UNSW would actually fucking kill us. They have a very strict copyright policy about lecture slides, and so we're going to stop reading through this on a recorded video. However, if you ever need someone to explain fucking dynamic programming, half of this club is comp sci majors, so you're not in bad company.
We have no job opportunity.
The fuck do you mean?
Oh!
Okay. Fuck, I wish I had planned a Catherine yap. Would have been pretty great. Come up, come up. Fuck, a Catherine yap would have went so hard, I should have done that. Unfortunately, that's not today's yap. We'll save that for next term. This will happen again.
Just an excuse to get
You'll go to my potty crash real quick. You'll go to my potty crash real quick and like just do a quick yap.
Yeah, go. That's the whole point.
Testing, 1, 2. Hello. How we all doing? Yeah! That's the way. All right. Do we have anyone here from Greater West Sydney? Huh? Huh?
I mean, I lived in Ashfield for a while,
All
so.
right. There you go. All right. Yeah. Nah. I'm from the sticks. All right. Penrith. Way up. All right.
Hey, way up, way up.
Shout out to all my boys from that area. All right. Representing DPS. My name is Mamba. All right. I don't have a power slide to really sell my point, but I'm going to take maybe 20 minutes so you still have time to do your thing.
That's fine.
Just to quickly plug both Fightcade. Anyone play Fightcade? Yeah. And more importantly, Heritage for the Future. Join us for our adventure. We love our old school titles, okay? All right. First off.
I love the fucking puppet character in that game, bro.
All right, Iggy. All right, you're a piece of shit. I'm joking.
I'm a puppet character player. That's kind of part of the whole thing.
Yeah. All right. like just a brief aside, Iggy, all right, puppy character, a lot of teleports, really annoying to deal with. But at the same time, glass cannon, so I can understand people who play it. All right. Now, HFTF, as far as offense goes, beautiful. All right, we're talking 99 hit combos, average. We're talking B&Bs, but like 70 hits and up. All right.
I play cards, so my combos are like 5 hits.
You spin. You do nothing but spin. But hey, honestly, respect. But what else is there to say? You know, Fightcade, you know, like has rollback naturally built in. All the more reason to hop on. All right. Personally speaking, I play Devo, puppet character, very annoying to deal with. All right. We're talking easy 50-50s, right? Like because this is an old school title, so balancing. What's that, right? Last balance was like what, 1990, all right? Okay. In terms of like offensive options, you have a thing. So just a brief aside to like so anyone who isn't in the know. All right, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. All right, specifically Part 3 onwards. There is this power mechanic called stands. All right. It's basically the manifestation of one's fighting prowess, right? Like a physical manifestation that like only upper stand users can see. All right, you'll have to get into it to really understand where I'm coming from. But yeah. Persona, to any Persona fans, it's a Persona, all right? That's my game. That's my game. Oh, by the way, I know I was just going on about stands, but this motherfucker don't have a stand. He's got fucking clacker volleys.
I love this guy.
But having said that,
He had clacker volley though.
Yeah. Clacker volley. But yeah. So using stands, you can initiate an attack called tandem attack, right? So this is only
Also known as fucking bullshit.
it's an art form, and you know it.
I do.
So like the basic premise of it is for a brief super flash, you input like any attack, and then the stand will fly out and repeat the exact same notations that you input during the super flash, right? And the idea is after the super flash ends and the stand flies forward, you have about like maybe like a half-second window to hop over, get on the other side of the opponent, and sandwich the fuck out of your enemy, all right? 3 damage. And if you remember where your combo ends with the stand, you can alter the combo and essentially keep it going, right? And that's where the 70 hit plus combos come into play, all right? As far as defense officer, defense, beautiful, all right? First things first, all right, you got your bread and butter, you have, what's it called? Push block, right? So like naturally, like there's blocking, no block buttons. Fuck you, NRS. All right. All right. Block like a man. You guessed the mix. All right. But yeah, push block, right? I know I just said guess the mix, but if you really don't want to guess, you just push them back. All right. Also, you have roll. To any of my anime fighters like who have an anime fighter that has a roll, everyone knows that you grab a roll, all right? But it's still a nice option for like, let's say projectiles or like just ranged offense. It's a good way to get in, all right? Another good like offensive option that's a bit more difficult is a guard cancel. Love guard cancels. Wish it was more implemented in like recent fighters, right? It is a bit more difficult in this game than you'd expect though, because during block stun, you have to input the DP motion, the Z motion, whatever you call it, right? And like if you execute it correctly, you cancel your own block stun and get your turn back. Very nice, but it's also a risk reward situation. Tandem attack, visualized. Outside of that, the only real downside to Heritage for the Future is the fact that it only encircles Part 3 and Part 2 Joseph, but that's something else entirely.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he has
Five reference.
Oh, actually, yeah.
It does have recreation.
Actually, yes, that is a very good point. Outside of 2 outstanding references, for the most part, it encircles most of what Part 3 covers. And as far as the characters go, you know, you've got your fair share of you've got a fair spread of different characters. You have a puppet character because every good anime fighter needs a puppet character. All right. Yeah. What else? Like you have your like poster boy Jotaro, Rushdown, very unga bunga. It's nice to watch, but at the same time very exploitable, right? That like I could ramble on and on about like different characters like Whole Horse, like the Zona to Andor Zonas. Question. Pseudo grappler.
Yeah, there's like you get a soul. He's kind of like a grappler. He has like the 360
Wait,
command
wait,
grab.
who's this? Oh, Rubber Soul.
Rubber Soul.
Yeah, so Rubber Soul does have a, I think it's a 720 super.
He also has a normal. It's a normal 360 and there's a 720 super as well.
Yeah, well, so Rubber Soul does have a grappling super. You know who else has grapples that like is integrated into like it's kind of like a hit grab playstyle? Old Joseph, because of the Hermit Purple, right? So like it's only a given that he tends to grapple like on top of pressure. It's very nuanced. It's very fun. All right, I'd like to see a lot more people, both in the 5K2 and 5K1 lobby. All right. Oh, question?
How do I enjoy tandem attacks when I cannot input the things fast enough?
You spam. You just fuck piano. Just keyboard smash. Just keyboard. Trust me. Just keyboard smash. All right.
I'm trying to play on my pad and I can't press the button.
It honestly does. Like, for example, me, right, being a Devo player, right, what I input during like the flash for tandem attack. Can we get that visual up real quick of a tandem attack, HFTF, just so people get an understanding of like the window that they have to input for.
I cannot match ABC on my pad, so I don't know what to do.
Well, like like sometimes it's character dependent, right? So for me, right, like with Devo, I don't have to press all three. I don't have to AVC. It's just AV. But I have to hold down and just spam AV, AV, AV. All right, here we go. All right. See, look at this. Like it's a lot of one frame links. There we go. That's the window. That brief green flash is the window that you have to input any sort of attack, notation, whatever. And then watch. See, Dio can now act independently while the world attacks on his own.
Oh, that's actually
Right?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Now, see, this is a corner situation. You'd think, oh, maybe in a mid-screen situation, I'd be fine. No, don't believe that. All right, because like B&B for this game is you start a combo off of a light, you link into heavier attacks, you cancel into tandem, and then right after the tandem ends, to all my KOF fans out there, you hyper hop over. You hyper hop over and you attack, and you cross up, and your combo becomes true, and you end up on the other side of the opponent.
Should we combo up? I'm gonna have to.
Dude, oh no, dude, this guy plays Devo.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
all right, here we go. Ray, watch. Oh wait.
This is a crossover situation. He just goes for corner carry here.
Oh, it's corner carry. But yeah,
Here, he should probably go for.
he's probably gonna cross over here.
No? Oh.
Oh, I think it's all wall carry. Oh, there it is. Yeah. See, in a situation like that, Dio's blazing fist, it lasts for a really long time, so it gives him a chance to actually hop over and like have the sandwich attack go for him. A lot of corner carry here.
Yeah, a lot of corner carry.
Yeah. Oh, kick the dog! Kick the dog! Yeah,
Oh,
very
that's
rough.
my character, baby!
Oh, wait, you made I thought you said puppy character. I didn't
No,
think you said
puppet.
Dude, Devo.
Any devil, bro. What the
That's my character.
Okay, go on.
Yeah. Oh, actually, so anyone who is in the know, like with the FGC.
Yeah, that's the Ghostbusters character in the game.
No, it's Pet Shop. Yes.
Oh, sorry,
yes.
Pet Shop. You're right, it is Pet Shop.
Right.
Actually,
No,
I mean,
but they
Pet Shop's
found-
pretty crazy as well.
No.
Didn't they recently find some new Kakyoin tech or something?
Yeah, the most recent tier list for HFTF has both Kakyoin and Pet Shop banned.
Yeah, it should, because let's be real, Kakyoin webs are fucking unbeatable for half the cast.
Yeah. Like again, going back to a previous point I made, no balance patches the game, right?
Look, he did the jump over.
Yeah. See. Oh, here we go.
If you think about it,
Watch. There it is. So then you sandwich, and then you get a net going. And see, the thing is with Kakyoin, with nets, theoretically, you could just have an infinite. And there's nothing anyone can do about it, right? But yeah, it's a very and just on the side of like artistic things as well, sprite work.
Beautiful.
Beautiful 90s Capcom.
Oh yeah, bloody Araki had. Wait, is it Araki?
Yeah, it was Araki.
It's been a while since I've watched. But
Yeah, it's Araki.
But yeah, it's a very beautiful game, right? Because
Hey, 90s Capcom just...
yeah, no, because I think the Darkstalkers team was working on this, and you can really
Yeah,
tell.
you can feel it.
Yeah. By the way, shout outs to Higgy. Love Darkstalkers, right?
Great game.
But yeah.
Where's he grabbing?
So to any enemy anime fighter fans that want to try something that's a bit more retro but still kind of in their lane. My pride and joy. I love this game. It's the reason why I got into the FGC.
Incredible game.
Oh, very hard, very hard. Do not expect a cakewalk.
Okay, so it's hard, but if you pick the right character, you can just kind of ABC.
Yeah, true. All right. So, to anyone who's thinking of picking it up,
okay, there are characters with like really high skill ceilings that you can kind of just mash on. Jotaro, maybe like you can kind of mash with him, but he's high skill ceiling.
yeah. Actually, funny. How fast is his stand jab again?
1 frame.
Fuck
Yeah, one frame. I knew it. Yeah. It is one frame.
I just game with time, friends. I know this frame in the back of my hand.
Yeah. Nah.
One frame.
I remember it was something absurd.
Plus, by the way.
Yes.
I mean, it's one frame. I'd assume so. But like, to anyone who's planning on picking it up, if you want an easy to pick up character, you got characters like Shadow Dio, Black Polnareff, Young Joseph, right? But if you want a character that like kind of takes you through the game and like you kind of enriches your experience the more you play, I'd suggest characters that are like maybe like Avdol, Polnareff,
Don't
right?
pick Maria.
Yeah. Maria isn't playing the same game, right?
She sucks.
Yeah. Think.
A passive stand character that her gimmick doesn't work anyway.
Can we explain the stand system?
No.
Like
Just like Persona.
Just
just
passive
think
stand
Persona.
sucks. Generally.
unless you're Horus. Unless you're Horus.
Let's go.
But
Maria being bad in like every game she's been in, even
Yes.
the future
yeah.
fighting games.
Like, look, if you're thinking of picking up Maria, think Jamie, but like the gimmick just doesn't work at all. Alright, so just don't. But
Imagine if your opponent had to walk into an incredibly telegraphed, stupid attack for you to get drink levels.
yeah. Like if you want to play like a low tier with Valor, Khan, right? Or Whole Horse and Boingo.
Boy going,
But yeah, that's me. This has been DPS Mamba. Thank you UNSW for hosting me.
Yeah, baby.
Okay, everyone. I hope you're ready for the most exciting yap of the entire night. Entitled. Okay. Let me just double check. Okay. It's called Eddie and You, a beginner's guide to why Zotto is cool as fuck. So, yes, 100%. Best archetype by far. So, tonight, I'm going to introduce you all to your new best friend, a little slimy guy. He's kind of funny. He's scrunkly like that. But he's your best friend, and he really will be your closest ally throughout this whole yap. I, of course, am talking about everyone's favorite little shadow, the demon that has possessed Zotto's soul itself. Eddie! Okay. We're going to launch Guilty Gear Strive, and I'm going to talk a little bit about what Zotto's like, why he's as cool as he is. I might launch X-Side at some point as well. Actually, you know what? From crowd reception, we'll launch X-Side for the basic explanation of Zotto.
Oh, good Guilty Gear.
Oh, right. No, that's fine. Right, I missed.
Is that my gold cloud strike?
Yes.
Oh, is that my gold soul bad guy?
Yes.
No!
Okay, everybody, we're going to talk a little bit about Zotto. Now, I'm not particularly great at X-Side Zotto, so this is going to be interesting. May I just ask a favor? Can that TV also be changed to the feed so I can play off of that one?
Press the off button. Press the off button.
Not the off button. You have to press show lecture or view lecture. Okay, so Zotto 1. Zotto is probably one of the hardest characters, like, just ever invented in terms of fighting game concepts. He's, of course, a puppet character. In fact, he's one of the most archetypically quintessential puppet characters. And what that means is there are very few characters that exemplify the archetype as well as Zotto does. He has everything the archetype is known for and more, and just basically shows off why puppet characters are honestly one of the most interesting parts of fighting games. Now, as we all know, fighting games are all about honest,
1v1 gameplay. It's all about... Yeah, honest. Well, to some extent, you've really got to think about it, right? The idea is that there's rules, okay? There's rules. In the case of, basically every fighting game, as much as we joke that these games aren't honest, at their heart, it is one-on-one, fist on fist. Except for Zato, because he cheats. You see this little scrunkly fellow over here? This is Eddie! Eddie is our best friend. And he would never do anything to hurt us. Ignore the entire story mode of Guilty Gear XX. That never happened. That never happened. Okay? Eddie, you see, Eddie allows you to basically cheat by fighting 2v1. You see, a lot of characters, are just doing their normal thing. They're pressing their buttons. They're using their projectiles. Zato is doing all of that while also covering every other part of the screen at the same time. And setting up for unblockables. Even in Strive now, by the way.
What?
I'm about to show you guys some really... later in this yap, I'm going to show you guys some really funny tech that everyone completely didn't know happened because of how much they dumpstered him in Season 3. But
He's
trust
coming
me.
back. He's coming back.
Wasn't that bad?
Excuse me, he's the worst character in the game right now. Anyway, having Eddie is already like a massive boon because, for example, as you'll see, I'm trying to like Gatling 2K into 2D. It doesn't work in Xrd, right? You usually 2P 2D. But say I want to combo 5K into 2D for some godforsaken reason, I can use Eddie's punch to sort of like fix the link. I got it one time because I haven't played Xrd Zato in a long time. But yes, basically shit like that. So being able to fill the empty space with Eddie is already insane. And it's one of the most powerful parts of puppet characters. Go ahead.
How does attacking Zato 1 affect Eddie?
How does it affect Eddie? So it depends on the game. In most games, it will cause Eddie to instantly die, and you'll have to wait for him to come back with the full time. This is a common trend for Arxis puppet characters. See all of the clovers in BlazBlue. Basically, the main thing you kind of need to understand about a puppet is that because you can essentially do two things at once, puppet characters allow for ridiculous setups, insane option coverage, and just some of the stupidest bullshit you'll ever see, frankly. Like, for example, this thing, this big fuck of mine, right? That's a low. Don't ask me why they decided that's a low, but if you time this really well, that was unblockable. Because I did an overhead falling as Zato, right? I came in with a jump in as the low hit. So, that's puppet characters. But let's talk about why Zato is fairly unique. So Zato on his own as a character is actually kind of weak. He's got pretty good jabs universally, like in all of the versions of him. He's also got a pretty damn good 6P. It's basically legendary in every single iteration. It's 2 hits in Xrd. Both hits are jump cancelable, which means you get very good conversions even without Eddie. But every single one of his moves will overall leave something to be desired, you'll find. While his punches are great, they're actually fairly slow. And they tend to actually just be pretty bad combo starters, except in Xrd and Plus R where they go into 2D, which is fine because we just set up Eddie and go to town. I'm using 5D not because it's the correct overhead, but because I've been playing too much Strive in the last few years. I should be using that overhead because it's way better. Anyway, basically, the way that Zato works and what makes him so fundamentally interesting compared to a lot of other puppet characters is the method by which you control him. So a lot of puppet characters will, for example, have their puppet on a single button. In the case of the Clovers from BlazBlue, they'll have their puppet mapped to special moves, like with Chaos and Under Night Inbirth. Zato utilizes a system called Negative Edge. So, basically, we're gonna have to talk about A-presses. Yes, this is the fucking Pan and Cook 2012 meme, the one about parallel universes. An A-press has 3 parts, okay? There's the button press, the button hold, and the button release. In most games, the most important part is this part here, button press. Button press is where your attack happens. The moment you press the button, attack happens here. Now, hold is often pretty important for some other random things. For example, that's what we're talking about, yeah. For example, holding the button is what allows us to do faultless defense. But there's a part of the button that rarely ever gets used. And that's this part. The release of the button. Right? So if we're calling this the positive edge, this becomes the negative edge. Right? That is where the name comes from. So, Zotto attacks on the positive edge, and Eddie attacks on the negative edge. Which means, what's up, Alice? Which means that Zotto attacks when you press buttons, and Eddie attacks when you let go of said buttons, right? This creates a lot of really interesting interactions. I'm going to turn on the virtual stick so that you can see when I'm holding and pressing buttons. So you'll see I'm holding heavy slash and punch here. So, if I have them both held, I have a bunch of options locked off for me. I can't 6P and I can't throw, right? But I can use pierce and I can use traverse, right? So you kind of have to trade between Zotto options and Eddie options. Because at one time, you can only either be using this part of a button press or that part of a button press. So fundamentally, they're trading tools back and forth. It's a very fun dynamic that fits very well with their whole thing of passing turns to one another, sort of. Yep, go for it.
How does Zotto 1 being airborne affect Eddie?
Zotto being airborne, so the way that it works is Eddie only moves. So when you have the joystick as a square gate like this, any left or right angled movement will cause Eddie to move in said direction, right? Regardless of how it's angled. So what we find because of that is that, for example, if we're crouching, we can move Eddie without moving Zotto, and if we're airborne, we can also kind of manipulate Eddie without Zotto moving. This also comes really strangely with another interesting aspect of Zotto, his ability to fly and manipulate his air momentum. But we're going to get to that. We're just fundamentally just finishing up this concept of negative edge. Because of negative edge, Zotto is an incredibly hard character to pick up and play at a high level. Because you always have to be managing, I'm doing so many Strive inputs. Yeah, I'm just going to change the Strive. But point is, yes, I can.
That's what I'm saying.
So, because of this fundamental passing back and forth, Zotto is a very fluid character who has a lot of options at his disposal. This makes him really good at pressure, makes him really good in neutral, it makes him really good in combos. The only place this makes him not really good is anywhere that Eddie isn't. And fundamentally, this is where we continue to talk about Zotto's normals and talk about his biggest flaw. That is, any moment Eddie is not on the screen.
Can I help out a soul bad guy to compare?
In a bit. Well, I'll let you come on so that I can also show some really funny, very disgusting mix-ups later, like fuzzies. Oh, I'm gonna ask you to intentionally not block. Yeah, you're right. Okay, white Eddie should be color... Which color was it? Color 2? We also get to listen to the best song in the game, Let Me Carve Your Way, or specifically the last minute and 20 seconds.
Thank God. You'll never do it again, sadly.
Yeah, well, that's what makes labbing with this character so rewarding. So, because of this same fundamental idea that we've been talking about with passing off between Zotto and Eddie, you'll see that often you can do a lot of really stupid mix-ups, right? Zotto is disgusting. I just made you block to the corner, and it's not over. Yeah, this character. This character's really stupid. The only issue is, at current moment in Guilty Gear Strive, he's the worst character in the game for one reason. And that's because if you get hit once, you have to wait like 8 seconds for Eddie to come back, which means RPS is almost never in your favor. Because there's always some way your opponent can hedge bets, and all they need is one mash. Even if they get counter hit out of that mash, you get nothing. You have no conversion ability, you have no follow-up pressure, you have no way of playing neutral properly. Because Eddie isn't there to back you up. Zotto, every single one of his options without Eddie are flawed. This button looks super good, right? This button looks great. Everyone thinks it's so great. It's like 7 or 8 frames or some shit, and it's super big, right? I'm gonna tell you something. From frame 1 that I press slash, the whole of this is a hurt box. From frame 1 that I press the button, right? The moment I press the button, that whole hand is hurt box. And in fact, the hitbox goes about here, the hurt box goes about there. This button is actually incredibly fluid. It's a great button in the context of Zotto's kit, but put this on any other character and they would hardly use it. The same goes for his slash. The same goes for his heavy slash. His heavy slash is actually a legitimately very good button, but it's a little slow. It's kind of been power crept by modern Strive normals from all the DLC characters and buffed characters. This 2H, same thing. Far too slow. This entire thing is hurt box from frame 1. This character, on his own, kind of sucks. This 5K, it's really good. With Eddie out, it's a standing low, it's like 6 frames, jump cancelable, dash cancelable, you can go straight into sweep from this. If you catch them with it and they're not blocking, you get to go into the full stupid bullshit. Even mid-screen, you've got something like, don't worry about the fact that Deflect Shield didn't work. We're gonna get to the fact that this character breaks a lot of rules about the game's defense. But without Eddie, Zotto's an extremely fluid character. His only projectile is this. It's actually kind of shit without Eddie to cover Zotto. Because, it's super, yeah, go for it. No, not in Strive. These drills used to be lows and you used to be able to put them in multiple places. In Strive, there's just one drill, it's very wide, it's not a low. This is, like, if they block this and they're kind of close to you, you're screwed. You're like -7 or some shit. The only thing that makes this projectile particularly good is because it's so active, you can set it up on their wake up and actually be up to plus, I believe it's like 34. Yeah, because this thing is active for about 50 frames or something. It's very active, but it's also very low to the ground. Jumping over it's pretty easy, actually. You would be surprised how often I have been air dashed on doing this and ate my entire health bar for it. Because Zotto also has about the 4th or 5th lowest health in the game. His defense modifier isn't bad, but he has 0 guts. For everyone who knows what that means, you're already going, well, fuck. For everyone who doesn't know what that means, in Guilty Gear, you take less damage the less health you have. Except if you're Zotto. What? Zotto's guts is 0. Look it up on Dustloop right now. Yep, Zotto has 0 guts in this game. You can look it up, it's true.
Wait, so like 0, 0?
He does, yeah, the damage he takes barely scales with health. Yeah, so, making mistakes, heavily punished, because if you don't have Eddie, you don't have anything. If you get hit, you take a bunch of damage. Now, the biggest reason he sucks right now is because the amount of time it takes for Eddie to come back after Zotto or Eddie gets hit is long enough that you won't get Eddie back by the end of your opponent's combo. And that's a death sentence, right? So this is, I'm just gonna let Eddie sit here. This is how long Eddie has if you're doing nothing. You will never have Eddie for this long because, as I'm gonna show you in a bit, using Eddie moves takes part of this gauge as well. But the moment that you lose all of the gauge, Eddie gets hit, Zotto gets hit while Eddie's out, you have to wait. And there we go. It's even worse because it pauses during hit stun. So, by the time your opponent's combo is over, you will not have Eddie back. You will just barely not have Eddie back. This super refills the bar on performing it. This super is very risky. You see how he does that pose? That extends his hurt box like fucking a quarter of the screen forward. You see that whole pose? If his fingers at the end of the pose are here, the hurt box goes to about there. Also, the startup on this thing is terrible. From that moment, he's entirely vulnerable. There is no invul on this super. It is also tracking, but it's only tracking like basically to the position they were when you started the super. So if he does this in neutral and you weren't air dashing, you can just run under it. This super does get you back your meter, which is incredible in combos and pressure. You kind of always want to break the wall with this because it lets you do, you know, stupid shit like that on their wake up. Okay, so we've now talked about Zato being weak without Eddie and how Eddie controls. Let's go a bit into applications of Zato and Eddie together that make this character so freaking cool when he is winning. So, we're going to set the opponent to block, and we're literally just going to throw. So, I just did pretty crazy amount of lockdown. I'm even going to have Kai reflect shield out, and if I space it right, he'll still get caught by the drills, and I'll still be able to jail into something. Yeah, off anything as simple as a throw, or any hit while Eddie is out, you get full Oki. Like, if Eddie's out, and you randomly, like, tag him with 2S, sometimes you don't get much, like, in situations like that, where you get, like, that, right? So, even something kind of meh like this, you can still basically, like, just set up Eddie. Like, I could go... Yeah, honestly... It might even be better to just, like, let Eddie sit there and then catch their wake-up option. Because don't forget, you're not just on this side of the screen. You're here with Eddie, and you can set up drills and go in for that overhead. Right? Any stray hit while Eddie is on screen converts to full combo. Yeah. Any stray hit. Literally anything. Like, I cannot stress enough, sometimes you get combos in the stupidest places because of Eddie. Watch this. So, I can literally just... No? Does that not work in this patch? This should work. Ah, there we go. Yeah, so you just have to time it really well, which is weird with this input delay. But you can just keep doing this and just have Eddie just carry him to the other side of the screen because you got a counter hit there. I didn't run far enough, but basically same principle. Right? There's actually a really funny thing you can do here where, no, it's like, yeah, how the fuck did you do it? I haven't done this combo in ages. But yeah, you can hit either wall. How did you do it? Oh, give me a second, I'm just trying to remember this. Oh, that's what it was. Yeah, so you... No? Okay. It's like, it's basically really stupid, so... Yeah, there's like a way to set up sandwich from this. But basically, all you need to know is... No, it's like you've got to catch them with 2S there. No? Okay, not important, right? Basically, you get crazy good combos just for having any meter available sometimes. Yeah, it was just that. I haven't had to do these combos in ages, just because you rarely see these sorts of hits these days. But back in the day, people used to run into this shit all the time. People kind of know how to play against this character now. There's the full Oki situation. This character plays actual anime fighter in Stride.
What?
Yeah. Crazy. Zato also has a bunch of really neat tricks, like flight. Yeah, he just does that for no particular reason. It manifests as an 8-way air dash that post the air dash lets him basically manipulate his air momentum, right? You can do some really wacky shit with this. It used to last even longer, by the way. You used to be able to stay in the air for like double the time. They had to nerf it. Because when you didn't have Eddie, you would just sit up here, and no one could reach you. Because you're above super jump height. Right? Yeah, he's got a command grab. He's got a command grab. And because of that, you can set up situations where if he were to jump this, because I'm layering with a negative edge input of S, right? So I'm pressing S for my command grab and letting go of S after a slight delay. If you jump this, you get caught by the frog. What's the solution? DP or purple RC with a 5-frame or faster button. You also have to have purple RC'd, like way before I input this. No, because you've got 3 forced frames where you can't block at the start of jump. In fact, this is why he has unblockables. If Eddie is out, because of how Guard Crush works, this is +7, but the moment that the frame advantage is over, you can just grab them. Yeah, you have to micro dash it. Right, so you see that? I grabbed him basically right at the end of block stun. Because Guard Crush is a really poorly designed mechanic, right? Especially super, like, charged Guard Crush like that. I grabbed him while he was still in the Guard Crush animation. Which means that if I can set up for this, right, while Eddie's out... Sorry, this is like a bitch to time. So I'm basically setting up an unblockable here. The moment you're hit by Wild Assault, you have no options. I think you have to charge your Wild Assault, which is the one weakness of this. Like, charge Wild Assault, easier said than done, right? But I promise you that for some reason, that I believe was it. No? I think I need a Wild Assault, hold the Wild Assault longer. Sorry, this is actually unironically very difficult. And I've had 0 practice for this because I don't play this game much anymore because they dumpstered him.
When it come May, we'll be on the slope.
There. That was it perfectly, actually. If you were in that position, you had 0 options. You were locked out of YRC because of Guard Crush. You didn't have time to DP because I grabbed you on frame 1, you were actionable, and grabs beat DPs in this game because this game is great, guys. The only thing you could have done is maybe if you had burst or super, maybe. But you would have had to input it frame perfectly. Because Guard Crush locks you out of everything for no reason. No. Pretty sure you can't buffer burst at the very least. Because Guard Crush locks you out.
Okay, no, but what if you have to press it before the Guard Crush? It's basically a reaction to
Yes, basically, if I make a setup where I do that blue wild assault and you block the blue wild assault, sorry kid, nothing personal.
It's a simple resource.
Now, it's a simple resource trade, you're right. The correct answer is to take the throw, by the way, because this isn't that much damage, right? Right? Not that much damage. Often unblockable. Yeah, that's actually respectable damage. That will set you up for a two-touch situation. That damage is enough for a two-touch. Yeah, this character is awesome. Too bad every single RPS I'm going to show you is inherently weighted out of his favor because one good mash gets you out of all of this and locks him out of doing any of it for the next 8 seconds. Yeah. But there's a lot of interesting things to explore with this character. For one, he's got probably the most unique neutral in the game in that he can cover 2 options at once always. Air and ground, both ways by the way. He can cover different timings on the same space, right? You can differ things by space, by time. You can block and attack at the same time. Right? You have infinite options. And if you ever set up a position where Eddie is behind the opponent, you have 1 neutral. Because Eddie will just bring him to ya. And it's actually not as hard as you might think. So, we are talking about a pose, right? If you're in the mid-range against an opponent, you can sometimes just get away with doing that, right? You can send Eddie out using this move, Drunkard's Shade. It also reflects projectiles. Yeah. And if you do this, right, and you just frog them, there is no winning. Because frog from behind them is very hard for them to hit. It's very plus on block, and it gives full combo on hit, or just a straight up knockdown, because if you catch them with frog ever, all you ever need to do is just unsummon and run up for Oki. Yeah.
With Eddie behind you, they still hold back to block?
Yes, they still hold back to block. It's not that degenerate. But, one hit and we'll go straight back into the same situation. And just as much, 1 hit and I'll just fucking take you to the corner and get a very easy wall break situation. And then you kind of have to deal with Eddie post-wall break. Fun fact, this post-wall break situation is really good. Zato actually, one of the biggest things that has hurt him in the recent patches is the changes to positive bonus. Positive bonus has been changed to allow for more bursts of the game, but less meter. And it also lasts shorter. Zato used to be really unique in that thanks to positive bonus, he had the ability to loop pressure using this super. And there's a hidden mechanic in the game where you can actually get positive bonus without breaking the wall, right? Yeah, you get positive bonus without breaking the wall. You just have to max your tension balance, right? So this is negative penalty, right? This is what happens when you get your when you get your tension balance as low as it goes. But when you get your tension balance as high as it goes, that's when positive bonus activates. Wall break just manually sets your tension balance to the highest you'll get. And a few other things will set your tension balance up. Running at the opponent, doing combos, all the aggressive shit. Tension balance, the more you have, the faster you gain meter. It's why you gain meter so fucking fast in positive bonus. And one thing that really increases your tension balance is just supers, right? So, if you set up to do 2 supers, and your pressure, somehow, thanks to those 2 supers, lasts long enough to generate a third bar of meter. So, have I got it set on infinite meter now? Good. I'm going to show you. If you can set up to essentially just in short, in fairly short amounts of time. Is it now on? Yeah, okay. In fairly short amounts of time, do about 3 or 4 supers while doing your block string. I'm probably gonna have to do like a 5th super just because I'm not doing a block string. See, you get positive bonus. So, Zato would do a block string that increases tension balance. That block string would include 3 supers because he would do 2 supers and then the block string would last long enough to get a 3rd super. And then he would reset you once, get enough meter for the 4th super, and because he was doing so much block string shit, he would get positive bonus. He used to be able to loop this shit. They kind of took this away because of how they changed positive bonus. But in season 1, this was actually something that I was abusing that no one fucking knew about. You are all lucky I was still in South Africa at that time, because you would have been having no fun on tower.
Yeah, but I'll play some bad guy.
Yeah.
You want some bad guy? Yeah, some
Yeah.
So bad guy.
Yeah, so basically, as you can see, his pressure is very strong. Literally, off any hit, I can go into this sort of, multiple overheads. You can't get out with DP. So essentially, the 50-50 is, do I do this JD that kind of like delays my overhead? There's a frame kill for it. Let me do the frame kill. You ideally don't want to use the frame kill because it stops you from FD, like air FDing to block their bullshit. No? Does the frame kill not work anymore? Did they change this? I'm gonna be they changed this. What the fuck? Oh no, there it is, there it is. So, a really low JD like that will hit crouching opponents, right? Yeah. That will hit a croucher, right? You have to, if you want to like manually time this, by the way, it's super hard. The frame kill makes this way easier, but theoretically, it's less safe. I recommend the frame kill. I really do, because doing that is really hard. That's kind of easy once you get the timing. Because basically, this JD is kind of crazy. You can use it as a movement tool, especially if you've got meter to get in on them. Right? If you RC and then very quickly fast cancel it, you get all the momentum. Right? So this used to be our matchup strategy against some characters before they nerfed it. There's going to be a lot of things where they nerfed it comes up. Now, one of the most important things about Zato is doing a lot of gapless pressure and then convincing your opponent that means trying to interact is kind of pointless, letting them get complacent, and then doing stupid shit that is not real at all. A perfect example, and essentially a microcosm of how you play Zato on offense from a conditioning perspective, is 5H236P. So 236P, right? Basically, if you summon with 214H, that's an empty summon. If you summon with a forward quarter circle and a button, Eddie will do the attack that you would normally get on the negative edge of that button. And if you do it while Eddie's already out, it's a way you can have Eddie cancel his moves into one another and also save some Eddie meter, because Eddie moves that are done manually using 236 inputs take less Eddie gauge. The perfect example is Frog. If you look at Frog, it takes about half. You can only get 2 frogs off. 236S, you can get 3 off, right? But that comes at the disadvantage that Zato has to go through the clap animation. So it stops you from using it on the negative edge in order to save Zato's turns. You essentially trade one of Zato's turns for more Eddie meter or for a cancel between Eddie moves. It's very useful. There's a lot of situations that only exist because of it. For example, from those sandwich combos I was doing, what you can do is if you've got Eddie out, let me just do this so I don't have to turn counter hit on. Nope. No, why is this? Okay, sorry. The negative edge is really finicky sometimes on when it comes to like high input delay, because you kind of have to be perfect with this part, because otherwise you end up getting the wrong Eddie move. Yeah, okay. Well, basically, right, you can set up situations where you like drop them onto a drill and then unsummon Eddie for huge frame advantage. Knowing when to summon and unsummon is pretty cool. You can unsummon mid-combo so that Eddie can come back faster. You can unsummon mid-pressure as a reset, but that's where you've really got to let your opponent get complacent. And you can also just like try and force summons in really weird places, right? You've got to know when to summon, when not to summon. It's the most important part of Zato neutral. And now we're just going to go over that last thing I was talking about like pressure mind games. I could talk about this character for hours longer, but it is 8:35 and we still got Pinata to get to. So I'm just going to go over this one interaction. And also just remind you that sometimes in neutral, it's okay to just call out your little buddy, sit over here, have a quick conversation with him, and tell him, that one over there, and let him just work his magic, you know? Just go up and... This is a legitimate strategy, because if you do that on summon, you are plus 16. Right? Unsummoning Eddie during the first hit of Frog will queue him up to unsummon as soon as he lands. Which means you end up plus 16 in total from the moment that Zato is done, which means that I basically frame trapped with this 2S. Like, that's a frame trap. So, unsummoning Frog, super effective neutral structure. Anyway, okay, last thing, that 5H236P. So this is a 5 or a 4 frame trap, right? So now we end up in a really important RPS. So when Eddie does these two hits together, Piercer, that is a Pierce, there's a 6 frame gap between the two hits. Because of that, there's some really funny tech you can do, like, you know, these gapless overheads and shit, where you essentially fill the Pierce gap with a 5K to jump cancel, and, you know, a lot of really crazy shit. But it does mean that if you do Pierce and you can't cover Eddie, right, you're too far to do something like 2S them to close that gap, they can potentially snipe Eddie. And that fucks you, because you'll have to wait 8 seconds. So now we get into the RPS that used to be the cornerstone of how you converted from neutral to pressure, and is now too risky, but is still fundamentally how you have to play the character. Yeah, okay, so this is where we're getting. I'm layering things, right? So, this is layer 1, right? Just letting Pierce rock. If your opponent notices this, that you're just doing this and running up to try and gain space on them and start something like this where you can go into like proper gapless mix, if they notice you're doing that, they will just mash the Pierce gap, right? If you notice that, you have an option. You can wait for them to mash the Pierce gap and then counter hit them, but you'll see that because of the recovery of 5H and because of how far Eddie pushes them, as good as that is, you're not actually going to get much out of it. All you're going to get is something like 2S to 2H, which just basically puts them in a tumble state and lets you try and work the game's like most mid-stagger pressure ever to try and keep them like off you for a little bit while Eddie comes back. That used to be fine when it took like 4 seconds. Now that it takes 8, you never want this to be the case. Right? We used to do like some really crazy BRC shenanigans, and that would like just give us enough time, but we don't have that time anymore. The next thing you can do is start having Eddie cover the Pierce gap on his own. So this is a 2 frame trap, I believe, if you're like perfect on it. Basically, the moment that the first hit of Pierce hits, you cancel into another Pierce, right? we essentially have just prolonged the RPS. As long as we're doing this, if Eddie is at the right positioning, yeah. Basically, this becomes worse and worse as we go along. Lastly, we can start using other Eddie moves to cover specific situations. That's mash, that's low.
Okay, I press Obaga, I press 5K. That's it. Thank you.
Yeah, that's good range mash. And that's resetting the situation. But when your opponent gets really complacent, or if they're playing a 3-frame character and are just mashing this. Wait. This is where we get into the last important part. If they are just mashing their 3-frame, you just empty summon and just walk Eddie up to them and go, that's really funny, full combo.
There we go. RPS. That was the entire point. RPS. Basic fighting game. RPS. Thank you.
Just play Oscar. Eddie's just a cute.
True.
Yeah. But yeah, little guy's cool as fuck. This character is super interesting, super deep. You could go on for another hour.
Okay, now who wants to hit a piñata full of candy with a shovel?
Wait. No, I wanted to do this. So, I wanted to do. Okay.
Hey, you have to jump.
If they ever
Oh.
him, like if they
We vote for best presentation. Guys. I was gonna have the idea that we vote for the best presentation, and whoever gets the best presentation gets the first hit.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. Just one thing, if Zotto ever gets unnerfed, just know it will be fucking hell because those unblockables I showed you are new.
He's coming back in May. In May, when May rolls around.
Yeah, well, if he gets unnerfed in the next patch, see me on fucking Tower 10, because I will be grinding the hell out of this game.
He will. Don't worry. Daisuke said so, and you can always trust Daisuke. All right. So I want everyone who made a presentation to come up to the front. I guess that includes me, but.
Oh, he's with me, I guess. Or am I gonna be like your place? Sure, I'll be.
He represents.
Who's that tallest person in the room?
I think I am, sadly.
So.
Yeah.
Yep.
Are you stand here and hold this really high and then moving up and down?
Okay, sure.
Thank you.
What if I've been here?
he gets about it?
Please, I'm a soldier, man. Oh, thank you,
I'm just getting on the character select screen for the sake of getting the best music. Yeah? Yeah,
I don't have
baby.
money to spend on fighting games. I can have
I'm just gonna get on the character select screen for the music, bros.
I don't want that one to hit it and then like joking on
I bought Unit 1 for $15. Didn't like it.
Okay, Elijah, you're the president. Where do we hang this?
I played Unit 1, didn't like it.
How are you gonna handle? How is it?
Down on my neck. Okay.
No,
Where do we hang this? Absolutely fantastic question.
Surely it's better. It's got two.
Places that
Yeah, how much is that game?
I think it's fine.
I don't think.
There is none! Yay! Full person!
Oh, I think I did a vote first. Do the vote first.
Do the vote first.
Do the vote first. Alright, so.
Oh, one other thing. There's not much of candy in the bottom. Please try hitting the head so it doesn't fall off immediately.
Okay, so I think this might be a ground pinata.
A ground piñata?
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, I'm probably just gonna.
Oh yeah, baby, we do the kick!
Ronaldinho succeed!
No, Ninja!
Okay.
Let's start.
Let's help me distract. Alright, so, first. I guess I was first.
Yeah.
Hands up if you liked his of the best.
Told my character sucked. Thanks, bro. What's your character?
I'm
We have one vote from Daniel.
I can't.
Anyone else?
Yeah, it's
Anyone
fine.
else?
Alright, Alex.
Everyone's going down.
Alex, next, who's ready?
What? Oh wait, who was next after you?
I don't care.
Oh, okay, alright. Who?
I like
for
that one.
presentation?
Yeah!
That's all. That's three. That's three votes.
Let's smash your pass, yeah.
Alright, and then the third. Now we get Tom.
I liked why you should
My
play
favorite.
two.
I was getting the pizza, so I didn't see it. It was
One
great.
vote. One vote.
Did
You're
he
like
actually- Did he actually explain?
We're like
what-
That's two. That's two.
And.
Three.
Oh!
Three.
It's time!
Oh, tie.
Overture me.
Alright, yeah,
I'll break
right
the
now
tie.
it's a tie.
Oh, tiebreaker!
Who likes John's yap about anything, about everything?
Bro, that's pretty nice. That was true.
I don't know.
I just wanted to show that.
I won't get on this
Yeah. One. Alright. Who liked Elijah's magic show?
Yeah, that story was pretty good.
I like the magic show.
Two.
No, not the Zotto one. Not the Zotto one.
Alright. Three. This is a magic show one. This is a magic show.
Three for Elijah.
Three. Alright. Who liked Elijah's Zato 40 minute Zato lecture?
Yeah, it was pretty great. It was pretty great.
Bro,
I've done 5K.
One. Alright. So it's a three-way tie between.
Oh, we got 4. Did we?
Yeah, I tie broke them to 4.
Yeah. So.
They win.
Wait, you guys
Who wins?
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh, you're not full. Oh, sorry.
Thank you.
Both of you.
One
One of you do the shovel, the other one kick it.
Wait, do you
Okay, what is it like?
wait, I don't know. I can sold 5K. 5X.
Sold 5K.
No, 5X. Jab.
Like I said, you want to live as a baby.
I should have tried different one.
Is this safe?
No, this is very unsafe. But that's what makes it so cool.
You're on the fucking chair, bro.
Panic Viper. Okay.
This is the best idea we've ever had.
Alright. Do the thing, man.
Good night, dude.
So it's actually in the head, right?
In the head. Try to hit it in the head.
Okay,
Get the clean hit.
He wins!
Oh my goodness!
Oh shit, we have ball on the ball.
Yeah, boy.
He's getting at the median!
Oh my god. Oh, so fucking stupid.
My swallow! I actually used that!
What's wrong?
Okay, who wants to do some fun shit? Wait. Oh wait, it's breaking. Oh wait, it actually broke! Oh shit!
Wait, can I hit?
Okay, let me hop up.
We're floor picking on it.
It has a hole in it. Do it at the table.
Yeah.
Yeah, do it on the table. Do it at the table. We'll keep floor bubble gum.
By the way, you're not like 18 years old.
Right, like a ball with the bubble gum in.
How easy is it?
It's very easy.
Here's your bubble gum pop. Alright guys, peace out in minutes. Anybody else need a pop? Ladies and gentlemen.
I ain't no gentleman, baby. I'm an undernight player.
Yeah.
Want to play on the projector? Or do you want me to move the setup?
Is it PS4 version?
Oh shit, I don't think I have that one. But you probably have a PS5.
Or control?
Final sick?
Oh yeah, I should remember how to play. I'll just play Byakuya. He's always a brain.
Oh god, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, they do Byakuya.
So we started.
Y'all surely brain dead. I can play them. If I can play a character, you know they're brain dead.
Okay, we have DPS Mamba on the mic.
Do we send the recording in?
Yeah, okay, stop. Did we actually stop?
I never recording once.
No, still recording.
Okay, just